Hello everyone and welcome back to Battalion Nemesis. In the previous chapter we began dealing with naval fighting, and in this one we're going to do some island hopping on chapter 8, The Last Resort. The team, reunited at last, is ready to take on an island hopping excursion. They need to clear out the artillery and forces guiding the island's pathway to Mullen's base. Now before we start, you'll notice we have $5,000. We're not going to get very many troops, but we got quite a lot of positioning here. Those islands are covered with artillery. They'll tear up anything that comes within the range. So, islands full of artillery, and it didn't occur to Central that there might be something going on out here that was bigger than Mullen and his podunk outfit. Okay, that's enough. Durand, get the transports ready. We're going to take some shore leave and pave a path for their ships. Argent, ground support will be critical out here. The artillery is no match for my flyers. Piece of cake. I don't think if you realized yet, I absolutely fucking love Captain Argent. That is badass. Now, as you notice, they have quite a few islands to deal with, and this is going to be a little bit of a lengthy mission alongside the next two missions. So this is where the game starts picking up in pace, as it's really fucking slow. So what we want to do immediately is send our Condor bomber to take out this rocket truck. And instead, we're going to send one around to deal turret damage over here. My goal is to break the turret, and we might be able to swarm it. I'm not too sure about this. We'll find out. Looks like we're not going to destroy it today, but if we can still get at the bomber, it means that turret is ineffective against all the airships that we have positioned around that area. Oh, we can still destroy the turret actually. Lovely. We'll have two rocket ships fire at them, or battle cruisers. Destroy that turret. And this gives us some momentum. We can capture these three bills right here. We can work on these ships later using our airplanes. Although that is a corvette fighter. No, it looks like it won't be able to do too much damage. We might be able to hit our aircraft, that rocket truck. Otherwise we shouldn't have too much of a problem going on with this. I'm going to send my Intrepid to capture the first oil rig. And we have about 5 troops, so where do I want to capture things first? I think I'll send 2 to the island on the left, 3 up top. And pretty much swarm their area. For Scorpion tanks, I don't think it will be very necessary because this is a single island. I think it will be defended by ships fairly easily. We need to move our hunter support outside forward just in case they start sending U-boats, which may definitely become the case. We have some movement right now, so I'll send 2 of these guys here. They'll start unpacking our oil rig this. Otherwise, it's perfectly fine to just keep these ships on this island and start mobilizing them up forward. With that, it looks like we've covered all our units, so let's see what the AI does. Their Intrepids are going to go after the first 2 oil rigs to get some money. Recapturing areas, so they're not very well prepared actually. They have a lot of ships, but these things will be shot down fairly easily. They have a single U-boat. Do they have a second one? They have 2. 2 U-boats is... okay, 3 U-boats is a fair size. I'm okay with that. Looks like they have 2 battle cruisers, so that's going to be one hell of a gunfight. And it seems like that should be about it. Oh, they have 1 visible tank. So we'll have that to look forward to if they choose to ship it out. And I think right now the AI is contemplating any other decisions it wants to make. So we should be good for now. Let's see what we'll get. The AI tends to take a longer time for these missions. No exception for the next 2 chapters, which are the next 2 final chapters. So that'll be something. Any day now, AI, that's fine. I have a few Scorpions and people on it. I think I want to send my Scorpions in 2 waves. Infantry, I don't know if I want them to immediately start capturing the oil fields, considering we have 2 rocket trucks that will send volleys after them. as well as a strike commando and a regular scorpion tank to do some damage. We'll have to find out on that one on a basis. Anyway, let's pack our commandos in. If they can reach anything right now, I'll have them reach them. I think I'll have this one go up close and try to capture what seems to be sea control. We need that war factory as soon as possible so we can start producing some troops of our own. That's probably going to take 2 rounds though, so let's start working on this corvette fighter. And if I can, I want to mobilize my raptors close to the rocket truck and start dealing some damage on that thing. Alright, what can my troops do now? Position them up forward. War factory, and then there's 2. Yep. They might send an airplane to attack us soon, so I might want to keep one around for future. And over here, I guess we'll move our hunters upwards. Scorpion tank seems just fine in position right now. We still have 2 battle cruisers, and the idea I want to do with battle cruisers is put them along this chain right here, and maybe around here if we need to for the final strike. The reason why battle cruisers are amazing is because they offer long range volleys from sea, so it's very difficult to counter one of these things. At any rate, let's start unpacking these. Looks like we're going to get into a fight immediately if we have to. I don't want to lose my strike commando, so I'm actually going to start targeting this guy up front. I wish I had a better positioning on destroying that rocket truck, but it's way far out of range, so if it tries to attack us, it won't be able to. We'll destroy that thing in the next round. If it tries to move, then that's when it's going to get attacked. Otherwise, let's send 2 of our scorpion tanks here in preparation for movement. I don't want to give the rocket truck the range, so I'm going to dock right here instead. And we're going to move our battleships through our battle cruisers forward so that they can offer river support soon. They're going to begin their gunfight. Not very smart by them there, because I do have scorpion tanks. They just repositioned their rocket truck, so that should leave my heavy commander to do the finishing blow. I believe rocket trucks actually have light armor though, so I'm not too sure about that. And they did in fact send that fighter in, so I might want to reposition my fighters to go take care of him while we capture that chain island, and that'll give us a base of command to start building things. The field to the south is primarily just for oil, and then I think I will target the islands at the top right and the island in near the center, and we'll be just fine. And don't worry, that Intrepid is in fact underneath the bridge, not above it. However, the other one seems like it's underneath, so I don't think we'll be able to get through that. Maybe. It just might look very poorly positioned. Depends on how you look at it. It's probably positioned upwards in an arc rather than downwards the other arc. It just looks weird to me. Outside of that, my Raptor fighters, I probably don't want them getting inside the turret range where the Intrepid is right here right now. That might be a little bit worrisome. I don't think we'll have to worry too much about hunter support at all, because they're primarily there to take care of U-boats, and I suppose a little bit of sea, but yeah, it shouldn't do too much. And we've started to capture, so how I want to deal with this is that this is a stealth tank actually. They give us a very good opportunity here to destroy this thing, and that is what I am going to do. We're gonna send this Raptor right now in to take care of these guys so they don't attempt to take and destroy all my commando troops. These two begin reclaiming the area. And I think I want sea control troops as soon as possible, so I'm going to enable that as well. We'll move our hunter support up forward. We'll send another Raptor in to destroy that ship right there, lovely. And we'll move this guy forward into the battle cruiser's out of range system, so they can't do too much about that. And we're going to unpackage our scorpion tanks and start doing some damage here as well. And that rocket truck is way too close, so it's not going to be able to do too much at all. With that alongside, we have a heavy commander to finish off this rocket truck. Lovely. Go and package this Scorpion tank, and I don't believe they can do too much here at all now. So I'm actually going to mobilize him forward. So that will send ships around here. We really need to start moving a battlecruiser somewhere else. Intrepid's good, so we're going to mobilize him forward. I should have probably left that for the Intrepid to deal with rather than the Strike Commando for the War Factory. But that's fine. We don't really need to worry about capturing the oil rigs too quickly. And for this guy, I'm just gonna... If I go after the Strike Commando, the rocket ship is going to destroy us. And we could take him out in the next round, so I'm actually going to go after the rocket truck to deal some damage. That way, we should be able to hug it. The rocket truck might go after my heavy commando here. Not too big of a deal. It won't be able to destroy it. And it looks like we're going to have some naval flight. Not too big of a problem here at all. And the capturing is actually going very good for us right now. We haven't spent too much money. If we grab as many war factories as we do, I'm actually going to swarm this island with raptors because I absolutely love raptors. So let's see how this goes. U-boats are going to start becoming a problem very soon. They're getting closer. They certainly are getting closer. They have a lot of anti-air over there as well. That's very dangerous for our bombers and raptors. So we need to capture a war factory as soon as possible, so that we can start producing troops to counter this if we need to. In my case, that would be more raptors. Look at them, they're brilliant. They're tiny little winged demon bees. It's amazing. Air forces are cool. And I'm not saying that because I'm Canadian. I'm not biased. It's fine. Now that if the AI likes to finish up their position anytime soon, we can start getting moving. Although we've reached their line of defense, and the good news is that we've actually done quite a bit of damage towards the south, not too much in the north since they've just reinforced it, but otherwise capturing is just going fine and dandy. Now let's capture these two areas as well. I am going to leave a single lone Scorpion tank here in case we really need it. Yeah. For the most part, my Scorpion tanks won't have to move too much, actually. Maybe I'll move them forward. I think that's going to be my plan for now. Oh, I can attack the Intrepid. Well, let's do that then. And this is going to be where the fighting gets a little bit awkward. We have a lot of hunters on the other end, so I might have to use my battleships in order to shoot a volley. And that might take an extra turn or two, however they're probably going to jump on and engage first. Let's blow out the U-boat simply at fact. I will use our hunter support. Start working on that battle cruiser, I suppose. Not too effective. Intrepid will... Is my Intrepid very effective here? Because a lot of the capturing is going to take a while. I guess we can move over here and attempt to capture this. It might be within turret range, so 2 to 5. No, it's not going to be in range, so I can in fact capture that. Don't want to attack the other hunter support. Battle cruiser is going to attack the other battle cruiser. If that's going to be an open opportunity, I don't really have to worry too much about it. Let's go on ahead and start destroying the battle cruisers. Would be more effective. I'd rather lose some raptors than that, so it's fine to start wiping out their naval fleet. Battle cruisers are very expensive, so you definitely don't want to be losing these things. It's absolutely fine to lose some raptors in the case. Air command is not top priority, so these two are still capturing. I think I want to repair them so they can capture a little bit faster in the future. Raptor might come in to attack. If we have any extra available units, just him, and we'll end our turn then. Air unit is gonna fly in. I do have raptors there. They might get damaged, not too sure. They just fired a rocket at one of my commandos, I'm assuming. Under support's not going down just yet. Raptor is taking fire from turret. That's okay, because we can reposition him very soon with 7 movement tiles. U-boat is coming in, and Intrepid's probably going to go capture something else. And for the most part, the rest of the troops won't be able to do too much except for capturing things. But we're doing just fine around here. So it looks like all we're going to do is wait for the AI to complete their turn, and we'll start figuring out what we can do for the counterattack. Another thing to note is that they have a lot of ranged weaponry, it seems. They have battle cruisers, they have rocket trucks, they have turrets. So if we can get close range, that will be very effective on destroying them. And that makes the Raptors very effective, considering Scorpion tanks would have to take a turn in order to shift their ways back. And Raptors can just simply fly over there and deal with the damage. Alright, so let's see what we can do over here now. I'm going to send you in to deal with the Corvette fighter, it seems. You're low on health, so I want you to actually run in there and just do as much damage on that rocket truck as possible. I want you to stop picking on my little friend here. I can either destroy the Corvette fighter or the Raptor. I think I'm going after the Raptor. Hopefully I'll be able to destroy it. Doesn't seem like it. Oh, looks like we're gonna get it. Unfortunately, I've just captured my own positionings. I'll move you in to deal some damage on the Corvette. And to support, we'll take care of U-boats because we hate U-boats. And this guy will hopefully be able to reach it, and we're going to destroy that Corvette fighter. Scorpion tank doesn't seem like it's going to get mobilized too soon yet. We'll send you in. I want to send this tank up in preparation and hopefully repair him very soon. And we'll both take them on and raid the turret and grab another war factory for ourselves. These two are still capturing, so I'm going to move these guys into sea very soon. He's actually going to get attacked soon, so yes, let's repair that. That is just fine. Let's move our ships back forward and start sending volleys up against their hunter support. We don't have U-boats, so it's not as important, but nonetheless it'll cut off their anti-air. I don't want to move this guy too close into the range of the rocket ships. And this thing has a range of 5, so we can hover right on top of that bridge for now. Next available unit, you're going to stay capturing, so I'll just repair all of you guys. I need to do some repairs of my own in the future. They're probably going to destroy my hunter. U-boat might go target my other hunters if they don't do anything, but that U-boat is fairly useless for now. Fighter is going to take some more damage. They're going to start repositioning their ships for a more defensive approach, I'm assuming. And I don't think they can do very much. A lot of their targets are stationary targets, like the rocket trucks up at their base and the turrets that they have. They don't seem like they'll be able to do too much unless they start producing tanks or airship or anything else really. And it seems like we haven't really used our money still. We should be fine though. The AI is ungodly slow at the end of their turn. I'm not really sure what they're thinking of, considering they can't do anything else from beyond here. They might be calculating turns ahead, but even then that doesn't really matter. Alright, we've captured our first war factory and we have put a lot of red over here. So that's good news for us. Let's start moving our troops in so they can capture the next 2 oil rigs, and we'll get quite a bit of money for that, and we can stop building whatever we want. You, on the other hand, we're going to engage this turret. And we should be out of range now, so I can't do anything about that. We have a Scorpion tank right here, which we can actually order a Leviathan and start moving towards the other area and swarm this island as well. And then we'll push forward into their base, or we'll start working on this place. Overall, we should be just fine and dandy. Don't want to destroy that U-boat. Okay with losing my fighters to it. Not too sure if I want to send my Condor bomber in just yet. I think what I want to do is circle around and do some damage on side. First of all, what tank is this? This is a Corvette fighter and that is a battle cruiser. So I am in fact going to do that. I think I need to reposition my troops for capture, so we'll do that in a second. I guess we'll start working on the rocket truck. Not too much to go on with there in terms of heat, so we should be just fine. The turret is going to be able to have a field day with my hunters, though they're very weak. If I manage to survive with a few of them, I think I'm going to have to send them over to get repaired. Otherwise, I'm going to actually prepare my last troop in order to go start capturing this island, which we have quite a bit of. We need to make sure that their war factories don't do too much to us. This turret and situation over here is just fine, so I can advance my battle cruisers with ease. Do I need to attack anything here? Doesn't seem like it. I'm going to move you to the left side. I believe the turret can still shoot you. Yes, it can. That's fine. And this is pretty much an advancement turn for me. Corvette fighter is still trying to go after the target, and we should be good. And they've captured one of their first control centers. The turret is going to attempt to attack our stuff. Losing a raptor is no big deal. Corvette fighter is going in to do whatever it can. The battle cruiser is taking a long-ranged approach. If I try to go after that, the rocket truck over there might start attacking me. And they're sending hunter support over here, which is not very effective, nonetheless. And the rocket troops are definitely set up to be prepared to defend that battle cruiser. It just depends on how well defended they're on or the left side. Otherwise, we're probably just gonna go after that turret and claim the island as our own. Just not the seas around that island. Anything else? No, it seems like everything else should be just fine. And these two have started capturing. That's good. We'll destroy the turret. And now we'll prepare our troops for sea. Scorpion tank would go here as well. If we need to, we'll order another Leviathan. We'll unpack this Scorpion tank and have it move forward. That's a battle cruiser. That's going to be a bit dangerous, so let's move him into the forest instead. Over here, I've been meaning to deal with this turret for a long time, so let's do that. I'm going to repair my hunter. I'll just take on my intrepid. The other raptor, since it has such a nice range, is going to go up forward and start dealing damage to this battle cruiser. Hopefully it isn't in rocket range. It still might be. We'll have you packed up in preparation of movement as well. Battle cruisers here are going to destroy these intrepids, as well as advance forward if I can. Otherwise, I have a war factory now, and what I want to produce would probably be what has a very good movement speed. We can get hunters, not very effective. I might go for U-boats, considering they can go invisible and do some damage, or I'll stick to the battle cruisers. As you can see, very expensive. I already have 3 battle cruisers, so I'm actually going to produce a U-boat. Tanks shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to worry too much about tanks. The end of things. It looks like that hunter's going to prevent me from capturing that oil rig. Bad move by that battle cruiser to attempt to engage me side by side, considering I can still send an extra Scorpion tank to deal damage there. I'm going to have my raptor continue to attempt to chew up that battle cruiser so it's out of the fight, and we can take on the island. The rocket ship, the rocket truck might get destroyed by my bomber in a few moments. Otherwise, it seems like we're playing the waiting game again. What are you doing, computer? What are you planning? Should be too much of a worry. Oh, and if you didn't know, there's actually an FAQ inside the description below. So you should probably check that out if you're interested in that shenanigan. Probably shouldn't have mentioned this like 8 chapters in, but nonetheless. Alright, let's repair you. Send you over here in preparation to capture. I really want that war factory, so I'm actually going to send one to ship. And my plan is that I'll split my troops up into 2s. Please destroy my scorpion tank. Damn it. That would have been so effective though, being able to do that. My Intrepid can't do too much with that at all. So let's send you on the Leviathan boat. And we'll move you to the island so you can reclaim that war factory as soon as possible. As well for you too. Not too good on anti-sea right there. But we frankly don't need to worry too much about that either. I'm gonna repair my battle cruise ship and send these two forward. And over here, I actually think I might want to deal with the rocket instead. Yeah, that thing's been quite annoying actually. Let's mobilize for that. And this hunter still needs repairs, so we'll leave him to it. We'll Leviathan you up, and you should go to this chain island as well. Just so we can capture the oil rigs and things quicker. If I need to, I'll send one of them over to the advanced oil refinery instead. I still have a scorpion tank over here. And what I'm going to do with him is just repair him in order to engage the other one. We're pretty much lost this Intrepid, let's be fair. We can attack him if we want, but I want him to waste this turn on attacking that Intrepid. So I have the chance to dock these two Leviathans here. My U-boat is in production, so I can actually send him to maybe do some damage against the hunter in a second. And I think what I want to do is produce another U-boat. Anything else? That's one fighter and that's it. Alright, so it does waste its turn destroying that Intrepid, that's fine. We've already captured the oil rig it seems. So that thing should probably start attempting to move out. The rest of our ships won't be able to do too much, and if you notice at the map at the top right, we've actually claimed quite a few of these islands. Technically we've already taken 4 and we're on our way to taking the 5th one, which is on the top right. All of these things still have a few scattered troops here and there, or oil rigs that are owned by the enemy, but I frankly don't care what the enemy has to do with if they don't have war factories in order to produce their ships. Frankly, they can't do too much either with them, because if they produce annihilator tanks, we simply fly over them and take out the rest of their troops, and then we can swarm them afterwards with like bombers or something. Absolutely love the air troops in Battalion Nemesis, so I like using them. A little bit more side towards the Raptors instead though. But that's pretty freaking obvious, isn't it? Let's send you in to attack the hunter. And because we managed to get the early ambush on them, we got to deal a little bit more damage. You're still taking your sweet ass time, and that's fine. And is that a battle? No, that's a corvette fighter. Why is it moving your position like that? I'm gonna move this guy forward in order to do some damage on him if he tries to do anything stupid. Otherwise, I'm going to repair my tanks. This guy will mobilize on as well, and this is pretty much where we start winning exponentially, considering we're going to be capturing 2 war factories at once. We'll have these guys destroy that rocket truck, send you to do some damage as well, and my bomber is gonna hug you up close so you can't actually attack it. This hunter will still continue to take repairs since I don't really need to worry about it anymore. Then these two split. U-boat is going to move forward as well. I'm going to order Leviathan, and you'll be ready to capture oil refineries as well on the next turn. You are also finished, so I'm actually going to set you up in preparation as well. And we don't really need to worry too much about money except for repairs. That leaves us with what to do. Damn it, if only I could build Raptors. Air control is so far up though, so we'll probably almost never get towards that. Oh, we need to unpackage this scorpion tank. And since you're not doing very much, I'll just have you get repaired. All my tanks seem like they're going to be pretty well repaired, so we can wait the turn and see what happens next. He's going to destroy my U-boat, but I have multiplo, so I don't really need to worry too much about it. It seems like everything's backing off to their final island. As you can see, you can't actually send a fucking commando all the way into their base and attempt to capture that first despite being outnumbered. It just simply doesn't happen. I'm going to unpackage my heavy commando but not use him just yet. circle my tank around in order to attack this one. Now we can start sitting on this and capturing it. You can focus on repairs. Battle cruise ship can take out the hunter support, clearing the seas over there. Over here I'm going to unpackage my commandos and start taking over their second war factory. So now they have maybe one factory to produce things. Just one. They cannot do very much at all. This is where we win. This is where we win. Hug that battle cruiser once more. Ah, fuck this island. We don't need it. And we'll station one right on top of that oil rig. Might still be attacked by the battle cruise ship. Not too sure about that. Otherwise, we're going to advance our regulars. And it seems like we're pretty much clean up. I might want to start setting packaging Scorpion tanks in order to go take on their final island. The rocket ship's not too big of a worry. The strike commando's not too big of a worry. This battle cruiser is going to be destroyed in a turn. This other battle cruiser or corvette fighter will probably be destroyed in a turn as well. I guess I can send you in order to capture that last oil refinery, but otherwise we don't have really much else to do. The only thing I really need right now is movement, and we're not getting that, so we should be fine. Let's advance our hunter support up top, and we'll wait the turn. Looks like they're creating a defensive perimeter. It's not going to last very long, let's be fair. Captured things here and there. And it seems like we're really just about ready to do what we need to do, so let's advance you towards the left side. U-boat will intercept that thing if it really wants to come chase us. This thing's going to be shot down to begin with. And let's prepare our Scorpion tanks for packaging. What else can we do on the right side? We have a single hunter support, not going to do very much at all, let's be fair. Send my raptors to start dealing damage to the rocket trucks, I suppose. And that should actually leave them with two troops left to deal with. We'll send our bomber into the center in case it needs to bomb one of the damn sea places. Next available unit is our hunter support, once again fairly useless. Didn't need to worry about it at all. Oh, you can start getting packaged up as well, I guess. You're not going to do too much though. You're gonna go capture that air command once we're done with this fight. And you can stick onto that oil refinery. And he has just revealed one of our U-boats. I don't appreciate that, let's be fair. Alright. Well, things are tying up quite nicely right now. I don't care too much about the fact that the Leviathan sees me. We'll pretty much destroy that thing just so they can't send any transport out. And I'm going to fly these guys over the battle cruiser so it has no way of escape. Ooh, that was actually a bad move on my part. I should have covered up that war factory instead. Now it has an opportunity to actually build something with that. We should be fine though. I'll package these Leviathans, package these Scorpion tanks for absolutely no reason. However, I can actually surround him with it. Let's do that. That should cut off their south movement. My battle cruiser will cover up the east. Hunter support, I've been dragging you along this entire time. What can you do? Can't really do much there, buddy. These two guys will probably celebrate on an island, get wasted. Honestly, at this point, what am I to do? We're pretty much on the clear for these islands. They can produce something with their war factory if they'd like, or they can just get their battleship destroyed and end the game. And it looks like we're ending the game. So let's do it. We're through. Durand, Argent, it's time to storm that beachhead. If the Acadians are making a comeback, we need to hit them hard and fast and make sure it's short. Yeah, time to serve Mullen up with some personalized can of whoop ass. And with that, we complete Chapter 8. In the next one, Chapter 9, regarded as one of the hardest missions. See you then.